Someone recently asked me where I learned to be a COO, and I love a good origin story, so I thought that I would share mine with you. I didn't learn operations in a generic business school classroom or even in the corporate world. Like many entrepreneurs, my path was a bit unconventional. I learned how to build systems barefoot on a martial arts mat. My first real operations role started because I wanted to learn how to defend myself, and I traded my website design services, the first business I ever really launched, for martial arts classes in my local town. I came in as a student 6 days a week, 4 hours a day. I became an instructor, and a year later, the operations manager. I'm really proud of what we accomplished over those 10 years and the lives that we changed, but as an educator, I found it unfulfilling to teach students something that I hoped they never would have to use. So we made a bit of a shift to teaching beyond punching and kicking, and we built a 3 year leadership development course. We ended up tripling our student base, opened a second location, and increased the average revenue per student from $79 a month to $269. And I was the person building the systems that made it run smoothly in the background. That was my boot camp. That was where I learned that operations is way more than just fancy spreadsheets. I learned more lessons about operations and good leadership there than I can begin to share. A few that I learned more as warnings than as examples, but I didn't stop there. I'm also proud to share that I was the first person in my family to earn a bachelor's degree. I went class by class slowly. As I was building my expertise and figuring out what I wanted to study, I started at 28, earning my degree at 34, with a degree in social entrepreneurship and leadership development. I was asked after graduation to become a college professor of entrepreneurship at a local community college, a role that I loved. I slowly worked towards earning my master's degree in entrepreneurship, innovation, and leadership, while serving as the COO of a co-founder of a venture-backed social project, grinding out 60-hour weeks to help young adults master financial literacy, a role that I did for 8 years while raising a small child until we moved to India with my family. I've been a solopreneur, an academic, a scaling operator, the burnt out executive. I am a husband and a parent. And looking back, I realized that I was doing all of this while being undiagnosed with ADHD. I was building these systems in the dojo, in the classroom, in the boardroom, and even at home because, well, I had to. My brain needed the structure in order to survive the chaos. And I wish I knew then what I know now. So now I'm on a mission to do just that, to transform overwhelmed operators into anchored leaders. I mentioned before, I'm launching a program that I'm calling the Anchored Operator Accelerator. And this isn't about concepts and theories that I've read in these books. It's a curriculum that it's based on systems that I've built over the last 20 years, scaling real businesses, combined with established resources and a lot of time studying how my and other neurodiverse brains work effectively. So, if you're an operator and you want to learn from someone who's been in your shoes, who has ADHD, I'd love to have you in our founding cohort starting in January. I'll share a link down in the comments, but what I want from you now is I would love to hear your origin story. So please shoot me a quick version of whatever your origin story of how it is you became an expert in your field. Until next time, take care.